Yo, yo, yo. Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Um, let's just see here. I'm going to be on for about 30 minutes or so. Just wanted to come on, just chop it up, talk a little bit. If you guys have any questions on anything, I wanted to talk about the Damonte Kazee and who was the other guy? Kazee and let's see, Mike Z. Just got my tickets. Oh, so okay, awesome, dude. Everyone's seeing the Raiders game as an easy win. Seriously? They shouldn't, dude. Hug these. What's up? They shouldn't. I might be going to that game with my nephew and a kid. I've trained. Oh, Casey Lee, what's up, brother? Prod introvert. Go live with Wasted. Casey Lee, what's up, brother? Casey Lee, a very good friend of mine. Excuse me, in Lafayette as well. The Long R Raiders, 1982. Hey, Stu, you got to read the article from Hondo with Champ. It's like, oh yeah, I got it sent to me. I have to look at it. Hug these. What's up, brother? Grizzly Raider. Anything. Okay, so is the Earth flat or a water ball? Ooh, that's I go back and forth with that. I believe there is space. I don't know if we've ever been there, but I believe that there is space. Because the whole flat thing, I just don't understand what's below us in that scenario. So let's go Raiders Christmas game. Hell yeah. Yeah, got the new mic. Well, not the new mic, a new mic stand. I just gotta kind of figure out where to put the damn thing. Maybe right here. Maybe like this. Wait, hold on. Hello? Can you guys hear me all right? Sup with some GTA later. Man, I haven't been on GTA so long, man. I've been on that Mortal Kombat. Dude. Yes, absolutely. Peter Otten Jr., what's going on, brother? Michael Pittman. Yeah. So I was going to talk about, what do you guys think about the Damonte Kazee hit on Pittman and the NFL ruling by John Runyon? What do you guys think? Let me get your opinions on that, and I'm going to tell you what I think. AKA Freddie B, what's going on? Yes, what's your thoughts? Hey, what's going on? Graph, what is up? Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. What? Appreciate that. Thank you. You going on at night, dude? Pull up here. Hold on. Let's see. Anyone that wants to pull up, hold on here. Let me put the link. StreamYard. Yeah, come on, pop on mine. Be a guest. StreamYard. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, what's your guys' thoughts? I don't think the punishment matched the offense, in my opinion. Jay Harris, what's up, brother? Appreciate. I'll give another couple minutes here. Let people file in. 17 people. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully everyone had a great holiday. I don't know when's the last time I've had on my channel for a show. I'm going to be going on Graph show this evening I think at 9, I was just on Wasteds, talk a little Raiders, but I would like him to be. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I think this last 3 weeks in the NFL is going to be, I was just talking to Hammer or Wasted. These last 3 weeks in the NFL are going to be crazy, I think. There's a lot of teams right here, depending on how the end of the season goes, man. It's oh, Chief. I was actually just gonna call you, brother. Here, pull up. My buddy Chike O'Keefer, Purdue legend, 49er, Seahawk, and Cardinal. Wait. Dude, pull up, Chief. Or come over. Pittman went for a catch that we knew would leave him vulnerable, and the QB did him no favors. As a defensive player, you're taught to dislodge a ball and stop completion, bang, bang, play. Shay, bro, love your channel. You are my MVP. Yes! Appreciate that, man. 06 was a good one. Dude, we used to do rushing attack. Me, Danny Clark. I think Danny Clark was the linebacker, or it was me and Kirk. 20 years ago, that was a highlight of the week hit. Nowadays, that was a defenseless wide receiver, was lucky to get out with just a concussion. League made an example of a dude. So here was my thought. So my wife was cool. Kev, what's up, brother? My wife was, I hadn't seen the hit. She asked me about it when I got home today. So we watched it from the angle where he's going, if he's going right to left, so away from the camera. I thought it was unfair to the defensive back, but when I saw it from the other angle, I got to admit, now I'm going off of today's rules, right? 20 years ago, that's a hit. But here's the deal. One thing that I say is, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, you got to be a badass, intimidating player, but you got to do it within the rules. All right. I don't believe in anyone doing any cheap shots, doing things outside of what the game allows. You got to be intimidating and a badass guy, but you do it within the rules. That's why I never liked Adama Kazee when he was hitting guys late and stepping on dudes. Because here's the deal: we're all in a union, right? We're all in this fraternity of the NFL. What, 2,100, 2,200 players? So the last thing you want to do is go and hurt somebody. And when I watched the play from the other angle, he had time to avoid it. He did. The player was extending out, so he knew he was diving for it, and he had time to slow up. But and the other thing is, he put his head down just like this. And if you see the picture, let me see here, and that's the reason why I picked this picture. Where are we at? Yeah, if you look at this picture, he's putting his head down. You got to see what you hit. Excuse me. You got to see what you hit. And again, these rules aren't anything new, right? These rules have been implemented for a while. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know that. Initially when I first saw it, I thought he was going to go low and he was going to chop the guy out, and the receiver just came down at the same time. But he had time to avoid that. So, again here, this was off, Rich Eisen, who I respect a lot. The NFL VP of football ops, John Runyon, the rule is Foul if player forcibly hits defenseless player's head or neck area, which he did, with a helmet, face mask, forearm, or shoulder, which he hit him with the shoulder. Even if contact is lower than the player's neck, and regardless of defensive player uses arms to tackle the other player. So regardless if he uses his arms and he's still hitting with something like that. And then this was the actual letter from Runyon. He said, you had an unobstructed path to the opponent and illegal contact could have been avoided. Your actions were what I put here were flagrant, and so you are disqualified, which I agree with. I do. It was a dirty hit, and I would be so imagine if that player, again, the receiver's name is, where's he at? Pittman. Imagine if Pittman, his career was over with, and his career is over with a hit that should have not taken place because it's illegal. That would be a terrible, terrible thing to live with. Now, if you get hurt within the rules of the game, that happens. But if you get hurt because there's a player not playing by the rules, I think that's complete bullshit. You know, I mean, I would be mad as hell if that was one of my Raiders receivers and a guy went out there and did something illegal that could potentially end one of my teammates' careers. And he had time. There was, if you stop the play right when the ball hits the receiver's hands, as he's you can tell he's diving, that player, Kazee, he's got at least 3 or 4 steps that he could jump over the player, you know, at least just pat him down. But he lowered, the thing that I don't like is he lowered his head like this, and he's using the crown as really a weapon, you know, which I don't like. And I think it sets an example that, again, do I think that the play was a dirty play 20 years ago? No, absolutely not. It's a legal play. But now, within those rules, you can't do that. Right? You got to play within the rules. If the rule says you can't hit that guy, and the rule says you were obstructed to him, but yet you still put your head down and hit the guy, you can't do that. I thought it was a bullshit play, a dirty play. I don't like dirty players. I like guys who are badass intimidators within the rules. You know, and again, 20 years ago, no issue. Do I think it's BS? Yeah, but it's the rules. Those guys know the rules. You got to play by the rules. You can't go out there freelancing. It's not what the NFL is about. Thank you, Micah Beasy. He dove in for he did. He knew that guy. Now, again, one of the things I love that Rich Eisen brought up, and even Tom Brady said, well, what the hell is a quarterback doing? I mean, the quarterback's throwing that ball up and not towards the sideline where the player's going, but throws it right towards the safety. I mean, there were 2 safeties deep, and he's throwing up a ball. That receiver should go and kick Minshew right in the nuts and say, listen, dude, don't throw that fucking ball like that. You're setting me up. But these quarterbacks think no one can hit those receivers, so I'm just going to throw whatever. Which the guy shouldn't have got hit, but he did. But the quarterback has something to do with that. And even the receiver needs to know where the coverage is, where the safeties are. Know the defense. Know what you're running into. Stop that route short if you know that's coming. Throw it more towards the sideline so either he catches it and falls out of bounds, or the ball is an incomplete pass. But don't throw it up like that. Hell no. Tom Brady said that receiver should go back and kick him square in the nuts. Hey, what are you doing? What was that noise? Oh. Again, the rule of state, you can't do that. So you can't do it. You can't do it. I remember back in the day, receiver or offensive players could basically face mask the defensive player, right? Stiff arm and grab the face mask. I remember Jamal Anderson used to do this shit to me. He'd grab my face mask and pull me down. And I'm going, you know what, you motherfucker? Me and him used to battle when he was with the Ravens and when he was with the Browns. I didn't like the guy. He didn't like me. Talented player, good running back, but they finally made a rule where that's offensive face masking, so you can't do it anymore. Could you do it? Yeah, you can't do it anymore, so you don't do it. And if you do it, it's a dirty play. It's a bullshit play. You're cheating in my eyes. And I hate cheaters. I hate cheaters. So I just wanted to just talk on that. I think, because here's the deal. He could have really killed the guy. Could have ended his life. I mean, luckily the kid got up and he was all right, but could have ended his career on an illegal play that could have been avoided. Easily could have been avoided. So you know what? Take that 3-game suspension. If they do make the playoffs, you're out. We don't want you back there. This isn't the type of player that we want in the NFL. It's you need to be a badass within the rules of the game. And if you're not going to play by the rules, you can get the fuck out. Especially if you're going to hurt somebody, man. I mean, that play could have killed him. I was shocked that Pittman got up. Yeah. John Richard. Now, I was too. Tatum about killed a guy for going over the middle, and the NFL has moved away from that. Everybody wants to go home to their families afterwards. And again, the hit that it was within the rules. Right? I don't think there was any rule stating what he did was illegal, right? If it's allowable within the rules, everyone knows that. So you adjust your play to it. Coming across the middle, you better not throw that ball, quarterback. Let's see. Mr. Fuck Your Feelings. Thank you. Tano Raider 16. I like Peters, but his play let me down. I'm glad Jack Jones is here. Better hands at the line, tackling, being aggressive, scheme knowledge, catch up speed. Don't give receiver. Dude, Peters was. I couldn't believe Peters. I'm looking at his resume, and I'm like, the guy can play, but he wanted nothing to do with contact. I mean, it was Olay. I mean, it was like blatantly. It was bad. It was disgusting, actually. And I love Jack Jones coming. I said he was going to have a big game last week. Had that wonderful interception. The way that he was playing against Minnesota, he almost had that. He had great break on the ball. Should have had a pick six that game, but a great pickup for us. And that's a guy that AP wants. I like so far the style of guys that he likes. I'd love to see him go through a free agency and a draft because he knows how to get players. He knows how to get football players. He doesn't get caught up in all the hype and starstruck by these, guys that put up all these numbers, because he was the guy, free agent, undrafted free agent that made it. Some guy took a chance on him, said, listen, I don't care what he runs, his height, his weight. He's a football player. And that's how I evaluate guys. Can he play football? Number one, I want to go put on a whole game. Can this guy play football? Does he come off the field? How does he interact with his teammates? Does he do special teams? How does he do on special teams? Right? How is he at practice? Is he doing scout team? You know what I mean? Is he encouraging guys? That's how I would evaluate number one. Number two, then I go to, if I got two guys and I like the way that they play on the field, the way that they are in the locker room and the way that they study and the way that the coach says he approaches the games, if they're close there, then I go, well, you gotta make a decision somehow. Okay, who's faster? Who's stronger? Who's smarter? Then I'm gonna look at those numbers. But guys get caught up in the size and stuff, and shit doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. I can remember guys. I mean, when I first got to Oakland after the draft, Saturday I was drafted. Thursday I was out there for a team mini camp. It was the whole team, and I remember sizing up guys right away, going, who's the guy, who's the badass, who's this and that. And some of these guys, they looked great in helmets and underwear, just huge muscles everywhere, jumping and awesome. But all some pads come on and they disappear, man. They're not football players. And there's other guys, you're going, once the pads come on, who the fuck is that? And you see him, you're like, no way. That guy? Yeah, that guy, because he plays football. But people don't know how to evaluate talent. They don't know how to find football players, and AP does, because he was one of those guys. Right? That's fair. With a head down, I get your point. I honestly thought he was more after a ball dislodge. No, he wasn't, man. He just basically put his head down, and whatever happened, man. There was no rhyme or reason for it. He knew what he was doing. He had time. Again, it wasn't as if he was going for, looking up at the ball and they ran into each other, or there was, a player in front of him. He had plenty of time to see that ball, that guy launch. And then he still decided 3 more steps, put his head down, and almost killed the guy. You know what I mean? Again, 20 years ago, that's a good play. I like that play. But the rule of state, you can't do that, man. The game's adjusted. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Dylan Kuhn, what's up, brother? How's it going, my guy? My Purdue brother. Good one, Stu. QB calls that. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That whatever, Minshew should be kicked square in the nuts for throwing that ball. But again, he's playing within the rules too. He knows that if the receiver's looking like this, anybody behind him can't just go up and hit him. But you might have a guy that ends up doing it. They should stop playing games on Christmas. Let players enjoy their holidays at home. Oh man, I mean, yeah, I hadn't, because in college, 4 years, we were in bowl games. Freshman year, we were in Pasadena for the Rose Bowl, playing Washington. Sophomore year, we were in El Paso, playing Washington State. Junior year, we were in El Paso, playing Washington. And then senior year, we were down in Florida, Orlando, playing Georgia. So I hadn't had a Thanksgiving or Christmas from 19 years old till 31. So that's just part of it, You understand that. There's no sick days. There's no snow days. You're there. I remember when I was in Detroit, playing on Thanksgiving was awesome. Wearing the throwback jerseys. I actually played the Tennessee Titans, played against Chris Carr. But I remember it was either the week after, there was a huge snowstorm. And I remember Detroit was shut down. Literally roads were closed, but we were still expected to be there at 7:30 in the morning, man. That's your job, bro. That's your job. And if you're late, you're fined. They don't give a shit, which I like. Shot Owen, what's up, brother? I would love for AP to come back. I would too. Maz Dog, what's up, brother? AP wants players who want to be. Yes. Yeah. And we're getting Raiders guys. I think there was a disconnect, and Raiders thought that Raiders needed to be nasty and outlaws and shit like that by doing illegal stuff or being a dirty player. No, that's not what it was. That's not going to help your team. Again, being an outlaw and intimidating within the rules. Did you see that Jack Jones mic'd up? Is he was or it's going to this game? I'd appreciate, yeah. Actually, one thing I want to do, guys, and tell me what you think. I would like to go and once a week. I'd like to go and do football 101, go through formations and go through terminology and go through gap responsibility and just pick a defense and go through it and show you guys against different formations and stuff. I think that'd be really cool to do. And maybe show some of my game film from the 2006 season, which I have every play I was involved in. So I'd like to do that. Ace Boogie, what's up? So guys, I'm actually going to be taking off here. I just wanted to come on real quick just to say what's up, talk about that hit. I'm going to be going on Doc's and Hammer show. Hopefully everyone is great. I plan on the new year. I want to be a little bit more involved on a regular schedule. So appreciate all of the support. I wish everybody a great holiday. If I don't see you till then, Happy New Year. And let's kick the Chiefs' ass, baby. All right. Love you guys.